y'all. Welcome to Wanderlust Unpacked. I'm Annie, your host, and I am here to take a minute and just unpack my story a little bit, introduce myself, and I am so happy that you are on this platform. We had already launched a few episodes of this podcast, and I decided why not relaunch this on YouTube? And so some of our upcoming episodes will be the podcast on YouTube, but the first 4 episodes are really just going to be me sharing my heart for travel, sharing some stories and some tips along the way. If you are here, I just want you to know what to expect. We are really here to tell you some stories about travel, add some tips and tricks about travel, and really show you some behind the scenes of what planning can look like, how to travel smarter, how to travel deeper, and connect into this global community. So again, I'm Annie. I'm a travel professional, a storyteller, and a mama of 2 toddler boys who I love taking with me in tow. You're probably wondering, how did you get started in the area of travel, or what is your story all about? And so today I'm just going to briefly introduce myself and share a little bit about my love for travel. I started traveling really at the age of 18. When I was a kid, we would go to like local beaches or go camping. I grew up in New England, and so we did a lot of little New England trips, which was wonderful and so much fun. We also would drive down to Florida where my grandparents lived at the time and take trips there. But I didn't spend a lot of time hopping on the airplane, and I definitely didn't spend any time going abroad. My first international trip, I was lucky enough to meet someone in college who had parents that lived in London. I don't want to age myself, but it was 2001 when we booked our trip, and our flights were $386. We went to London our freshman year of college and had the time of our lives, and that really, really sparked my interest for travel, and I haven't looked back since. From there, we did a cheap cruise in college and explored some Caribbean islands. And then after I graduated, I spent a lot of time doing some missions work. I went to Ecuador and served in an orphanage. I spent some time in the Dominican Republic. And after the earthquake hit in Haiti, I traveled there numerous times until I lived there for a year. I worked in education for a very long time, and so I was really fortunate to have the flexibility to travel, which is awesome. And so I would save and travel. I would spend my Thanksgivings with friends, and we would always go international and abroad because flights were typically cheaper at that time to go international. We spent time in Colombia, in Mexico, in Vietnam, in Thailand. I would connect with other educators and spend time in Europe and Morocco, and really just spent a ton of time exploring. And so you're probably like, okay, Annie, you traveled a lot. I get it. But really, you all, I am here to talk about the beauty of traveling. It's not just about going to the most popular sites, right? It's about engaging in connection with others. It's about learning. It's about finding those local restaurants where all the locals go to and sitting and enjoying an amazing meal. And it's really about connecting with yourself in different ways. It's about exploring, and it's about living this life in abundance and really being able to explore the world. I recently became a mama. I have a 3-year-old and 4-year-old. I still feel like it's recent. And I really had to shift my identity as an adventurer. And now I'm just like, okay, I'm a mama who adventures now. And that shift was hard for me because I really enjoyed traveling. And in this time, I can't just pick up and go anymore. It has to be more planful. It has to be more strategic. It has to be more thought out. But I have taken my toddlers in tow, and I can't wait to share a little bit about that too. And so I'm really hoping that this platform can build travel community. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love for you to follow and subscribe. We are here to build community together and jump right in to all things travel. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it is Wanderlust with Annie there as well. And I would love to hear from you. So let's explore the world of travel together.